Marcus Freeman's story is one of determination, faith, family values, and an unshakable pursuit of excellence. Born on January 10, 1986, in Dayton, Ohio, he grew up in a home where discipline and hard work were non-negotiable. His father, Michael Freeman, had served in the United States Air Force, instilling in Marcus and his siblings a strong sense of structure and responsibility. His mother, Chon, provided the warmth, resilience, and cultural balance that came from her Korean heritage. Together, his parents created an environment where character mattered just as much as achievement, and that foundation would serve Marcus well throughout his life. From a young age, Marcus was fascinated by sports, especially football. He had a natural athleticism that stood out among his peers, but more importantly, he had the drive to push himself further. At Wayne High School in Huber Heights, Ohio, Marcus developed into a standout linebacker. Coaches praised not only his physical ability, but also his leadership on and off the field. By the time he graduated, he was considered one of the top defensive recruits in the country, with scholarship offers from major football programs nationwide. Freeman chose Ohio State University, a decision that kept him close to home and placed him under the guidance of legendary coach Jim Tressel. At Ohio State, Marcus became known for his intelligence, tackling ability, and relentless motor. He was not the flashiest player, but he was consistent, dependable, and respected by teammates and coaches. Between 2004 and 2008, he grew into one of the anchors of the Buckeyes defense, helping his team reach multiple national championship games. Though Ohio State fell short winning it all during his time there, Marcus's reputation as a tough and disciplined linebacker was firmly established. His play earned him a shot at the National Football League. In 2009, Freeman was drafted in the 5th round by the Chicago Bears. For many athletes, this would have been the realization of a lifelong dream. But Marcus's professional playing career would not unfold the way he hoped. After brief stints with the Bears, Buffalo Bills, and Houston Texans, he was forced to step away from the game due to a heart condition. It was a crushing blow for a young man who had dedicated his life to playing football, but it also marked a turning point. Rather than viewing it as the end, Marcus treated it as the beginning of a new chapter. Coaching became his next calling. He began humbly, taking on roles as a graduate assistant and working tirelessly to learn the craft of coaching. His early stops included Kent State, where he served as a linebackers coach, and Purdue, where he steadily built a reputation for being both demanding and supportive. Players gravitated toward him because he understood their struggles, having been in their shoes not long before. His ability to connect with young men, motivate them, and hold them accountable quickly set him apart. By 2016, Marcus Freeman had become the defensive coordinator at Purdue, a role that gave him greater responsibility and visibility. He embraced the challenge, focusing on building disciplined defenses that emphasized effort, intelligence, and toughness. His work caught the attention of other programs, and in 2017, he accepted the defensive coordinator position at the University of Cincinnati. It was here that Freeman truly began to make a name for himself in the college football world. At Cincinnati, he built one of the nation's most respected defenses under head coach Luke Fickell. His units were aggressive, physical, and disciplined, consistently ranking among the best in the country. Recruiters and analysts noted how Freeman was not just a coach, but a mentor who invested deeply in his players' lives. He wasn't satisfied with developing them as athletes. He wanted to help shape them as men. His ability to recruit top talent, especially from Ohio and the Midwest, made him invaluable. By 2020, Freeman was one of the hottest names in college football coaching circles. Multiple programs pursued him, but in 2021, he made the move to the University of Notre Dame as defensive coordinator. It was a step into one of the most storied programs in college football history, and it did not take long for Freeman to make his mark. His defensive schemes improved the Fighting Irish, and his recruiting skills continue to shine. When longtime head coach Brian Kelly shocked the college football world by departing for LSU later that year, Notre Dame faced a critical decision. To the delight of players and fans, Marcus Freeman was named the head coach of the Fighting Irish in December 2021. At just 35 years old, Freeman became the second African-American head coach in Notre Dame history. His appointment was historic, but beyond the headlines, it was deeply personal for his players. They celebrated the news because they trusted him and believed in his vision. His leadership was rooted in relationships, accountability, and a belief that success required more than wins on the field. It required building men of integrity and character. Balancing his coaching career with his personal life has always been important to Freeman. He is married to his college sweetheart, Joanna, who has been by his side since their days at Ohio State. Together, they are raising 6 children, and Marcus often speaks about how his role as a husband and father shapes his perspective as a coach. Family is central to his identity, and despite the pressures of leading one of the most high-profile programs in sports, he prioritizes time with his wife and kids. That balance, though not always easy, grounds him and provides a steady reminder of what truly matters. Lifestyle for Marcus Freeman is not about extravagance or showmanship. Despite his growing fame in college football, he maintains a humble, disciplined routine. He is a man of faith, discipline, and service, with his daily life centered on family and football. Colleagues and friends often describe him as approachable, genuine, and authentic. A coach who remembers where he came from and treats others with respect. As head coach at Notre Dame, Freeman has faced challenges, including tough losses and the pressure of maintaining one of the highest standards in college. Looking ahead, the story of Marcus Freeman continues to unfold. His tenure at Notre Dame is still in its early stages, but his vision for the program is clear. He wants to develop championship teams, but equally important, he wants to produce men who succeed in life beyond football. His legacy will likely be measured not only in wins and titles, but in the lives he has touched and the character he has helped to shape. Marcus Freeman's biography is not simply about the rise of a coach. It is about resilience, family, and purpose. From his early days in Ohio to leading one of the most storied football programs in America, he has carried with him the lessons of hard work, humility, and faith. For fans and players alike, his journey is a reminder that life's detours can lead to destinations even greater than those originally imagined.